Hi, guys. How is everybody doing? I'm going to drop some information into the chat box real quick while everybody gets an opportunity to come in and say hi. Let's see. Hi. Say hello as you come in the room so I know who you are and I can chat with you. Okay. Queen Meme. Hi, I have been doing so much better. Seriously, so much better. I went to the gym for the first time in a year today. I feel great. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Robin. Okay, so I'm a little rushed because I went to the gym. Hi, Queen Me. Yes, it has been a while. So, anybody here? Hi, Roxanne. I didn't know that, to be honest. I was trying to go back in my database and think, Queen Meme, who is that? But now I know, right? So, do you think any of you guys are going to be here for probably most of the show? Because if you are, I could use a moderator. I never used to need a moderator, but lately we've been getting some bots. I want to drop my PayPal information into the comment section. Come on, get out of the way. Oh my goodness. I should have had all this done. I'm so excited to do the show tonight that I had to lay out all this spread on my table. Wanted to make sure everything was just right. All right, so we're going to start off. I'm going to drop my PayPal account and my Cash App account. Hi, Helen. Oh my God, I'm so glad to have you here. Welcome, 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 everybody. Your grandson is here, probably have a lot of interruptions. You guess what? I'm all alone. Nobody's here but the kitten. Of course, she's got to get into everything. That's why I named her Mischief. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you've probably heard me say many times I almost named her Shiva, goddess of destruction, because she destroys everything. If I leave the house for an hour, I come back, she's got all my laundry dragged out of the baskets. She's got my jewelry down in the floor. She hides my bathtub plug. I have to hide it from her. Or when I go to take a bath, I have no plug, and it's usually found under the bed or hidden behind a chair. Press that like button. Yes, please, please, please. If you could just exit the chat for a moment and go back to the live feed and hit that thumbs up, that will help the algorithm to pick it up and send it out to others. Let's see. I'm just looking for my links, guys. Give me a second. How is this super full moon treating you? I did a channeled message for the first time in a long time. And I sat down and I thought, oh my God, I've been so busy. I haven't had time to actually channel spirit without cards, without anything, just to meditate and really bring in my guides for a message. And I was worried that I wouldn't be able to tap in, that I wouldn't get anything. And the moment I put pen to paper, it just started flowing. So I can't wait to share it with you. There it is. I can't talk, walk, and chew bubble gum at the same time. Okay. So let's go back here. Oh, yes. So you have a Mischief too, huh? All right. So I didn't see if anybody volunteered to be. Let me go back and look here. Did anybody volunteer? So if you want to volunteer to be a moderator, at least as long as you're here, let me know. And that way I can give you the authority to boot somebody out if they're not in alignment with what we're doing. All right, so I am dropping my payment links in the chat box. I have Cash App and PayPal. If anybody would like a personal private reading, not private, personal energy check-in at the end of tonight's channeled message, then go ahead and send that along with your question, and then drop your question down in the comments too, and hopefully I'll see it in both places. All right, so far I know I have Robin, Kersey, and there was one other person, which of course I'm going to have to go look. So how is everybody feeling? That was the big thing about this channeled message, is how are you feeling? We just had the full moon, or the new moon, in Cancer. And so there's a lot to be said for going within and checking into your feelings, right? Okay, just a second, guys. You'd be so proud of me. I went to the gym for the first time in almost a year. I have gained like 12. Look at the double chin, puffy face. We've been, oops. Hold on. I made a boo-boo. So there was a lot going on. My dad was sick. Oh my God. Why won't this let me log in? Let's just, sorry guys. There, finally. Oh my God. Told you I can't chew gum, but I can't do too much at one time. All right, so we've got Jonathan Breen. No, that's not it. Oh, Ray Ray. Ray Ray, it was you. I don't know if she's here yet. Okay, spiritual journey check-in. And Robin. Okay, I think I'm ready. How about you guys? I'm going to exit out of this, but make sure if you want your personal check-in at the end of tonight's broadcast that you go ahead and send that payment. You can do super chats, but I prefer you don't, because they tax them and they, take fees out of them. I prefer the PayPal and send it, via friends and family, or as a donation. Okay, Robin says, I will be moderator, but I will be in and out. So I'm going to add you as a moderator. All right, Robin. Queen Meme, I had a nerve block today in my arm. Ouch. All right. Oh, shoot. So here we go. Hopefully the live chat will keep rolling here, because my glasses are not good enough to read. I have to go like this, and you don't want to look up my nose. So we're going to get started. We only have 2 thumbs up, and we got 10 people in the room. So, which is pretty damn good considering I've been MIA a lot lately. My channel's kind of dropped quite a bit in numbers. Oh, I do have some announcements. So I created a brand new tarot channel on YouTube. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. But Spirit told me that there is a new wave of sacred soulmates and twin flames currently at the very beginning stages of their journey. And they need guidance from a true divine feminine that isn't kind of caught up in the misconception of twin flame and twin flame union. So I really didn't want to do it because do you guys remember back at the beginning of our journey where, like there was the ghosting, there was the triggering, there was the anger or grief or feeling not worthy, not chosen, not good enough. And the obsessive thinking, like, oh my God, it was like I saw my twin's name everywhere. And, it was just obsessive, very in a very unhealthy way. And so I did not want to participate in that. I didn't, and I still don't. But I was told that there are new light workers, twin flames, sacred soulmates awakening, and they need that. They need that. And they need it from somebody that isn't trying to take their money or ride the twin flame train, which I believe is going to become a train wreck eventually. There's a lot of misinformation out there. So, yeah, I'm glad I'm past that too. Hi, Holly. Hi, Jackie. Totally beyond that. I am so happy in my life right now. I mean, things are just really going great. But I will channel for those that need it, that are going through that, because certainly we remember what that's like. And it's not going to just be for newbies. It's going to be for all divine counterparts, The divine counterpart out there in the matrix, guys, is just the matrix twin. It's just the catalyst for union between your own inner divine masculine, divine feminine energies. Now, there are twins that have a contract, an actual soul contract to come into a physical union because they have mission work to do. They have, changes to create in the external world. But there are like categories of twin flames, and that is the monadic twins. They don't need union. They're the old souls, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and the beer koozie. And they really don't go through all the crap that we went through because they did that in previous lifetimes. But they do awaken through meeting their divine counterpart. And they have separate soul contracts. They're just the catalyst for each other's awakening. If you want to look further into that, I really don't have time to describe all that right now. But then there are the twin souls, the split souls, one soul in two experiences, which there's a word. Hold on. Was it Plato? Plato talked about, back in the beginning of creation, there was one body with 4 arms, 4 legs, and masculine, feminine was in one body. I don't know if that's mythological or what it is, but that's where the twin soul split supposedly happened. One became 2 in order to create harmony and balance and to find each other in order to create that energetically as a role model in the collective. And then the last is the hive. It's the hive. It's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people going through a twin flame journey that aren't actually twin flames, but they are because their soul chose the template, the operating system, right? Whatever you want to call it, the new operating system. So there are many, many, many different categories. And whether or not, your soul is going to be in union in a physical way in this lifetime is dependent upon your soul contract and free will, because both people have free will. So there's your little rundown if anybody here needed to hear that. But the purpose of me saying it is I created another channel I only have like 5 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, if you resonate with being a twin flame, there will always be messages there for you. It doesn't matter whether you're a first wave or second wave or third wave, or doesn't matter where you are on your journey. If you're called to it, there's a message there for you. And in that channel, it will only be twin flame divine counterpart guidance and messages. And there will be tarot, there will be live events. It's kind of a work in progress, but if you'd like to join, I'm going to drop it down here in the chat. Just type in your search bar at SSA Tarot. So it's Sacred Soulmate Ascension Tarot. Okay, and if you'd like to join and support it, and if you resonate with being a divine counterpart, twin flame, go check it out because it's just for you. That's it, just for you. And if you want to really go deep into the twin flame sacred soulmate stuff, you can always join my Patreon, where we do shadow work. I do coffee chats and vlogging every single week. I do exclusive content that you'll never find over here on YouTube. All right, enough with the plugs. Hi, Francine. Yay. Nice to see you guys, all of you. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Oh, thank you, Francine. I didn't see it yet, but I will look. It's not a link, honey. You have to type it into your search bar. You go to YouTube, up in the search bar, and just type in the @ sign and then SSA Tarot. And it should take you right to it. And then you can join from there. Thank you so much for being here, guys. And if anybody that is a twin flame, sacred soulmate, or maybe you're not, but you resonate with being on an ascension journey, and it's changed you in many, many, many very high spiritual ways, and you would like to be interviewed on my podcast, because my guy, Jimmy, had a major heart attack. Most of you know that, but he had what they call the widowmaker. And life went topsy-turvy because of him, and then because of my dad, and because of my own stuff and Jesse's stuff. And so I kind of put that on hiatus. And Ju, who was my partner in that, went, she actually got out of Switzerland. She's in the United States now, and she's creating her mission, which is a healing ranch or healing center for kids. So she's in the progress of all that. And so she hasn't had time to do any podcast interviews. But if you would, all right, hold on. So let me look. I have to change. I guess I can share the link, but that takes me away from the live for a minute. All right, let's go back. I have to exit out of one account and go into the other one. Okay. I dropped the link. You ought to be able to click that, and you ought to be able to join from there. And I would be so grateful if you did, and hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, let that algorithm catch us and put us back out there. Hi, Fairy Goddess. How are you? All right. Enough chit chat. I mean, it's never enough chit chat. Never, ever, ever. But we have a lot to get to tonight. I am going to read the channeled message that I channeled. And I'm telling you, I was stressing. I'm like, oh, God, Spirit's probably mad at me because I haven't sat down and did automatic writing or channeled messages for the collective in a while, in a long while. But they were there, and they listened. And tonight, it was absolutely my team You know, sometimes I channel galactics, you know, the Pleiadians, the um the Galactic Federation of Light. I've tapped into the Arcturians, but tonight I asked who am I speaking with, and it was my team, my spirit guides, my higher self, my angels, everybody that my soul works with on this journey. All right. Ooh, it's smoking now. We're smoking. All right. So, oh, success. Thank you. Yes. So, there's you know, I have had lifetimes and a lot of them. I think my most recent lifetime was as a Pleiadian, but I do know that I've had past soul incarnations in Arcturia and the Pleiades and Lyra that I remember. And if anybody knows who the water people are, I don't know. I haven't researched it, but I have had past life recall of kind of living. It wasn't underwater, but it was underwater. It was underwater and above water. It was like a city built that came out of the water. Maybe it was Lemuria. I don't know. You guys let me know. Okay. It's not easy to be a light worker. So let's get into the channeled message. I'm going to read it to you. And then after that, we're going to do a candle service because this is a super full moon, guys. And this month is crazy, crazy with astrology. And I didn't know, well, I did know because my friend Julene, who I'm trying to get to do a collaboration with me for the Lion's Gate, it's been a while. If we can get all of the equipment working to do a collaboration, we will. But anyhow, I kind of vicariously knew because of a few things she told me about my own chart that some of these retrogrades were happening. But this one, today I channeled and Spirit told me a whole bunch of stuff and I had to go and check their work because I knew nothing. I'm like, I am not going live and saying all this and not knowing whether or not it's true. So Jackie, I'm going to get into that because yes, the answer is this one can. It's not so much the full moon that's doing it. It's more the retrogrades, okay, that are creating that. So let me read the channeled message. And then if that doesn't answer your question, Jackie, come back and tell me that you're still confused. Okay. So tonight's channeled message is from my higher self and all my spirit guides, which can be galactics. And I know there are. It's my off-world galactic family. And it's also, you know, my angels, my guides, my spirit team. All right. So Spirit channeled this to me and I had to go check it out to make sure that I wasn't wrong. This month, there are 2 full moons and 1 new moon all in 1 month. All of it. And I was like, that don't sound right. But I checked their work and absolutely they are right. There is the full super moon, which is today. And then there is the new moon that's coming up. Now, I didn't have time to check out in what sign. If you guys know, you can drop it in the comments, okay? I don't know what sign the new moon's going to be in or the second full moon, which is a blue moon, right? Once in a blue moon. I got my coffee machine all set up because I'm going to need coffee in the middle of this. All right, so there are 2 full moons and 1 new moon in the month of August. There is also the Lion's Gate, which is on the 8th of August, but we're in the Lion's Gate portal right now. I think it was from the 26th of July through, I don't know if it goes beyond the 8th or ends at the 8th. I am not an astrologer, guys. I have to look up everything I channel and write down. I have to go check it out to see if I've got it right or not. All right. So we have Lionsgate, which is huge. And there's a whole a story behind the Lion's Gate in Egypt. Okay, I'm sure other areas too, but in Egypt, the Nile, I think it was the Nile, would dry up during a season, and then during Lion's Gate is when they would have their like monsoon time. If I have this correct, I'm going from memory from when I looked it up like 4 years ago. And the rains would come and flood the Nile, and the Nile would come up across the land and leave sediment and nutrients that actually allowed the Egyptians to cultivate and farm the land that was barren. And so it was a very, very, very prosperous, abundant time, because otherwise they would starve to death, right? They wouldn't have any wheat, they wouldn't have any corn, they wouldn't have crops to live on or water. And so the Lion's Gate was considered, and it's where the Sirius star, which is like a sun, and our sun align and create a portal and gateway. Now, there's a lot more to that story if you want to look it up. I don't have, yes, today's moon is in Aquarius. I know that, but I don't know what the new moon this month is in, or the full moon at the end of the month is in. That's a blue moon, right? A blue moon is when you have 2 full moons in one cycle, 1 month. Okay, so we're not even close to being done yet. We have 2 full moons, a new moon. We have Lion's Gate, which is the 8-8 portal. Then we have Venus retrograde in the sign of Leo. We have Saturn retrograde in the sign of Pisces. We have Neptune retrograde in the sign of Pisces. So if you have a lot of Pisces in your chart, you're probably feeling a lot right now. We also have Pluto retrograde in Capricorn and Chiron retrograde in Aries. And then toward the end of the month, we have Mercury going retrograde. Okay, so it's spiritual big stuff is what my guide said. It's spiritual big stuff. All kinds of retrogrades is an assessment. It's a reevaluation. It's kind of like walking through, it's like a life review, kind of, right? Only different planets hold different energies and different signatures. And so the walkthrough will happen in those energies. And depending on where those planets are in your personal chart, and if you're in a long-term relationship or twin flame, so, high-level soulmate, twin flame, either or. Because, right, if we're not with our twin, a lot of us manifest a high-level soulmate. All right, so if you're in that kind of dynamic, then it could also be in your synastry chart, where, the two of you, an astrologer would overlay your natal chart with your person's chart, and it becomes its own chart. So if wherever these planets that are retrograding end up in your chart or your synastry chart, there's going to be huge shifts. Go figure, right? So spiritual big stuff. So this is how my channeling started. I didn't know how to start. I'm like, all right, Spirit, what do I need to talk about? What do we need to bring to the collective? And the first thing I heard was a question, not an answer. I heard, how are you feeling? And I thought, I'm feeling okay. And then I heard, no, how are you really feeling? Like think about it, feel into it. What are you feeling? And I thought, wow, well, it depends on the topic, right? It depends on the area of my life. And so that's when I heard exactly. And that's where the channeling started. Okay. So we have, how are you feeling? Our new moon in Cancer that we just had was a big catalyst to prepare us for all of these retrogrades and for Lion's Gate on August 8th. My guides are telling me that we can gauge where we are personally and collectively in our own ascension or collective ascension by asking the question, how am I feeling? Sounds almost too easy, doesn't it? If you're tired, you need to balance your energy with rest. If you're feeling unhealthy or in need of a dietary change or detox, then you will feel it. It's not underlying anymore. The new moon in Cancer made you aware of it and you would feel it, right? So, how about your relationships? Do you feel loved and supported, nurtured and happy? If not, you will feel it, possibly more acutely than ever. Are you being pushed or squeezed to create change? How about your career or finances? Are they in balance? Are changes needed or necessary? If so, you will absolutely know right now because you will feel it. So we are all up in our feels currently. And unless you're already living your highest and best life, and some of us are, not, I mean, there's always room for growth, but some of us have really truly kind of created our best job, our highest and best relationship, our finances are doing well. And, if you're not, there's no judgment, but some people kind of have been working very hard on that, and they're in the abundant energy of experiencing the outcome of that. So back to the channeling. So we are all up in our feels currently, and unless you are already living your highest and best life, and that doesn't mean it's the best you're ever going to have. It just means it's the best you can do in and with the energy you have, right? And the lessons you've learned. And then Spirit says, if you are, kudos to you. We know how hard you work to get there. Then right about now, if you're willing to stop and assess your life and ask the question, how am I feeling? Then write it down, because this is what will propel you into this next cycle and phase of your journey. Because retrogrades are all about reassessing and reevaluating right before a major shift. And my guides say to really stress this, shift you will, whether you choose to or not, whether you can co-create with the universe or you resist. It doesn't matter, because Gaia is ascending. And unless your soul has opted out, and then in parentheses, they had me write, in which you probably wouldn't be here watching or resonating with my video, then you will shift. Saturn in retrograde says, where do you need rewarded or disciplined karmically? Because we are ending a big karmic cycle. Venus retrograde says, let's look at our health, relationships, and finances abundance, right? Because we are at the end of a lesson or a cycle in that area as well. Neptune in retrograde says, are you sure? Are you too practical or too confused? Do you have clarity? And if not, what do you need to find clarity? Spirit says, ask yourself, how do I feel? If you're in any situation, I don't care what it is, should I buy the car? Should I not buy the car? Drop into your heart space and feel, are you in flow or are you in resistance? That will tell you whether or not you're on the right path. Right now, it's that simple. It's that simple. It's all about how you feel. Thank you, Anja. General reading. Let me write that down. Because if I don't, I will forget. Yes, there will be crying. There will be tears, just so you know. There will be purging. There will be releasing. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to write that shit out and we're going to release it. We're going to create space for the things that we want to feel better about. Okay? So, where was I? So because we're at the end of a less inner cycle in relationships, health and abundance, because that's, Virgo, Libra energy, which is the Empress energy. It is Venus, or some people believe it's Vesta. If you, like if you like to look at the asteroids instead of the planets, there are astrologers that do both. But anyhow, it's all about relationships, health, and abundance. Okay. Neptune in retrograde says, are you sure? Are you being too practical or too cloudy? Do you know what you want? Are you confused? It's Neptune, it's Pisces, it's the Seven of Cups in tarot. It's having options and choices. And are you happy with the decisions you've made? Because you're spoiled for choice, whether you believe it or not. You are a creator being from a creator race, from the original creator. So you are spoiled for choice. But have you chosen well? And how do you feel about the decisions you've made? Okay. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn says what needs to expand and get bigger. Because think about Pluto. Pluto is the planet of expansion and growth. And it doesn't really care whether it's good or bad. It's not discerning. It will expand wherever you're focused on. So if you're focused on negativity, it will get big. It will get ugly. You will not like the way it feels. If you're in a situation that you are not happy with, and you're in the lower vibration energy, you will expand that. Jupiter will make it bigger, with intention of making you address it, right? Now, if you're doing really well, then Jupiter will expand your business, expand your wealth, expand your happiness, any place that it lies or falls in your birth chart. I don't know why Spirit channeled to me all this astrology. I am not an astrologer. Do not check my work. Okay, but Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn is very earthy. It's the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. It's you can bite it and bury it in the backyard. It's your 3D reality. And it can be your finances. Let's just be real. And your relationships in a practical way, not an emotional way. So Pluto is going to, in retrograde, is going to kind of expand and make big anything that doesn't feel right and everything that does. Okay? Without discernment, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Wherever you're focusing your energy, it will expand. So this is a great time to expand your business, to take out that loan and take a chance and jump off the diving board and create and make things bigger, right? Good things. And if you're in a very negative vibe and you're worried about who you are with or what you do for a living, it will expand that and it will get big. And you'll be like, oh, I need to look at this. This has to be addressed, right? And assessed and evaluated. So, Chiron is the planet of sacrifices, considered to be the wounded warrior, and in retrograde, which I looked up, what was it in retrograde? In Aries, yeah. And we had nodal shifts. I just heard Spirit say, don't forget the nodal shifts. So I don't remember what they shifted into. You guys will have to let me know. I think it's Gemini and Libra, maybe. I asked Spirit to show me. I'm seeing the symbol, so that might be right. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I'm feeling like Aries, there's something to do with Aries with the nodal shift too. You'll have to look it up. I just channel. That's all I do. I am the straw that brings the milkshake to the yard. Okay. So, where was I? So Chiron being the wounded warrior, the sacrificer. If you look up the story about Chiron, I don't remember the details, but he sacrificed his own life and his own happiness for maybe his lover or family. I don't remember. You can look it up. But he sacrificed, and he is the wounded warrior. And when he's in retrograde, especially in Aries, which Aries is all about leadership and creation, creative energy. It's being in self-mastery, excuse me. I mean, Aries is emperor energy, right? So Chiron is in retrograde, is looking at where have you been weak? Where have you sacrificed yourself wrongly for the wrong people, for the wrong cause, for the wrong purpose? And how is it preventing you from actually healing your inner wounds, your inner trauma, your inner wounded warrior, right? And how can you how can you do that inner work and healing those traumas and become a leader for others to kind of do it too? So, he can highlight your deepest wounds, abandonment, infidelity, victimization, abuse, etc., self-worth. So these traumas will also be coming up. Trauma will be coming up for reassessment and reevaluation. So my guides say, here is what we know. Collectively, thank you, Francine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you guys. I have just been so blessed with all of my followers. We're small, but we are mighty. And healed people heal people. And I know that's what all of you are doing. So collectively, and so here's what we know. Collectively and personally, we are at the end of a karmic cycle. Like it or not, we are all ending cycles. Completion, the world, right? And when we are at the world, at the completion, retrogrades are about judgment. It's about bringing the past into the now moment and making and rendering a decision. So what we know is that we are the end of a cycle and it's a completion, and we will shift. That's what Spirit's saying. We know, this is what we know. Okay. That you are at the end of that cycle and you are about to shift into another one. Completion begets new beginnings. This is a fact, right? It's the Aurora Boreas. It's the ending brings about the new beginning. So if you want to work with the energies and not against them, then stop and reflect on all aspects of your life. How do you feel? How do you feel? In each one of them. Happy, sad, joyful, angry, satisfied, dissatisfied, strong, weak, healthy, unhealthy, loved, unloved, successful, unsuccessful, wealthy, poor, etc., right? All of that duality. Duality, by the way, is the creative key. It's knowing opposition gives us the key that we need to become the master, the magician. You can't know what you want if you don't know what you don't want, right? So because now, like right now, today, it is time to release all that is holding you back. Super full moon is all about assessing and evaluating. Actually, no, I wrote that wrong. The new moon in Cancer was all about, and the retrograde season itself is all about assessing and evaluating. The super full moon is about releasing and integrating the lessons. Okay. This one worked. I'll keep that lesson. I will grow and be wiser for it. And this one, I'm not done with. I need to repeat. I need to reevaluate. I need to look at it again. I need to create change. I need clarity, whatever. So during the super full moon is a beautiful time to release all of the things that no longer serve you. You're like, okay, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, the beer koozie. It wasn't easy, or maybe it was. And now I am ready to move out of that lesson and into a new one. All right. And some of us may not know what those lessons are going to bring, but Spirit's saying one thing we do know is it's coming. You are already there. You're already entering into the new phase, new cycle of your journey. And you will be, it will be necessary for you to build upon what foundations withstood the eclipse season. And the ones that didn't, when those towers fell, you will be called upon to rebuild in a much stronger, better way. If you learned your lesson and integrated, and if you didn't, here, I can't remember, let me get to it. So it says the super full moon is about assessing, evaluating, not really, the retrogrades are. Then learning, integrating, and releasing to create space for the new, the better, hopefully better. And Aquarius is the house of innovation and the collective group mind, cutting edge technology and advancement. So my guides say that if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, that's important. But greater still, at this moment and this time, you need an open and hopefully healed heart to feel what is best for you and the collective in order to follow intuition, because that's the heart space, right? That's where if you have a healed and open heart, that's the heart with wings. That's, the sacred heart. That's where Anubis, when you go into the underworld and do your shadow work and you want to come, you want to come out healed, or you think you're healed, Anubis weighs your heart against a feather, and if the feather weighs more, no, if the heart weighs more than the feather, I'm sorry, I had a blooper going on in my head. But anyhow, your heart has to be as light as a feather in order to really be able to ascend. Heart with wings. All right. So your heart is where God, Goddess lives. It's your intuition. It's your divine soul blueprint. And when you're floundering, when you're lost, when you're having difficulty learning in your experiences, it's because you allow the ego and the mind to overrule the intuition and the heart. And that's why we have so many twin flame sacred soulmates here going through the ascension process in order to heal the heart and the ancestral lineage in order to ascend, right? And they will be leaders and instructors and role models for the new template of unconditional love, which is where the 5D resides, okay? So destiny, what I wrote here, because I'm channeling more as I'm reading, in order to follow your intuition, because that is where God, Goddess truly is, right here. God is, and the kingdom of heaven lies within you. Be still. And in this stillness, know that I am God. God is in all of us. We are all God, universe, God, Goddess, in experience, from the infinite to the finite. in order to grow and expand and evolve. Yeah. So your destiny is mapped out within an open, intuitive heart. Look for downloads and inspiration to create better in your life and in the world around you in this new cycle. Enjoy your new cycle. It's here, like it or not. Love, light, and joy are yours to create according to divine will. You will not fail, even if, my guides say, even if you find that you have to repeat a lesson or a cycle in order to learn what your soul needs to learn. Listen to your heart because it knows the way. It knows the way. You don't have to repeat those cycles. You can see the writing on the wall, the red flags, and you can choose free will to choose different, choose better, right? And if for some reason you can't because there's too much trauma in your experience and you haven't had as much time as you need, because time does not exist. You have all the time in the world. You are not late. We're not late. Okay. We are an infinite universe and we are multidimensional, we are a multiverse. And as you ascend, you will claim your new timeline, your new dimension, your new cycle. Sometimes we get caught in the cycle and have to repeat it. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's being human. We are spirits having a human experience, and that experience is to teach us and to help us grow. All right. So even if you have to repeat a lesson or cycle and you see yourself repeating a lesson and you're like, oh, why am I doing that? Like, I shouldn't be doing that. I know better, but I'm doing it again. Why am I doing it again? Listen to your heart, because that's where the map lies. That's your heart knows the way back home, back to source, back to union, back to the one, right? Unity consciousness. That separation is the illusion. Some of us know that, but we don't know how to integrate that and create that in our experience, right? Unconditional love means everybody has the right to fuck up. And we don't have the right to take that experience from them. But we can create boundaries and safe zones. Frequency will divide us in order to protect us. But that division is still in union with the all that is. Okay? You level up those people. Anybody that is in the very low vibrations that are, drug addicted or sex trafficking or whatever, all that really low war and the dark agendas, all that crap, that is a timeline that exists. And those timelines are being closed out. That's why the light workers and twin flame sacred soulmates are here. But in order to close those out, we have to honor those souls' journey. You can't shoot a person for having a gun. It's kind of counterproductive. You can't go to war because people are going to war. We need to set the standard, and we need to vibrationally raise our frequency to where that timeline doesn't exist for us anymore. And maybe, like be in the world, but not of it. You might hear about it. You might see it on the news. You might know about it. But when you look around in your existence, because you're not focused on it, you're not helping to create it. You're just like, you know what, man, I am not wanting to participate in that collective creation and create something better. That kind of stuff doesn't really touch you, doesn't show up in your experience. It might show up in experiences to people close to you, but it won't be yours. So that's your channeled message, guys. I hope it resonated. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have you. Again, if you just tuned in, I have 16 people in the room, but only 10 thumbs up. If you would please exit the chat just long enough to hit that thumbs up and come on back in, I would so greatly appreciate that. It does help. Hi, Aaron. Aaron, where have you been? I swear to goodness, just thought about you and thought, you know what? I need to reach out to her and see how she's doing. So get a hold of me, girl. All right, we're going to do our candle ritual now. And I ran out of my love oil. So we'll send love energetically. But I don't have the anointing oil. I need to go to Lilydale and buy more. And it's only like an hour and 10 minutes away from me. And I probably should serve spirit while I'm there. I should probably offer to do readings at the stump as a volunteer. If you're not familiar with Cassadaga Lake Foundation and Lilydale Assembly in New York State, check them out. If you're ever here visiting, it's a community of all mediums. My great aunt, Amelia Colby, and her husband helped found. They're one of the original founders of the Cassadaga Lake Foundation, and she was one of the first spiritualist mediums to kind of come out of. It's okay, Ray. I knew you'd be here because you paid for a reading, and I could feel your essence. Welcome back. So anyhow, I digress. I don't know why, but I was motivated to grab the yellow and the orange. I guess for the chakras, maybe for power and creativity. But this is what I smell. It's my protection oil. The light is not gonna let me show you. All right, so this is where you get your candles out, guys. And I forgot because I was running late to put instructions. So if you want to take a moment to grab a little candle, it could be a tea light candle. It ought to be something that you can burn within at least an hour, maybe 4 or less. But if you want to burn it for a couple of days, that's up to you. It's all how you feel drawn and what you have on hand. But if you want to take a moment to get a candle, get yourself, I use mechanical pencils and I put the lead in and I use them to carve into the candles my intentions. And then if you have oil, you can anoint them. If not, you can hold them and just put your intention into them. But we are at a full moon, so I am using the full moon candle holders. And of course, I have to use the half moon because I don't have 2 full moons, but spirit gets it, right? I also brought my Muggle stone, which is iron tiger ore. It's like tiger's eye, but they call it Muggle stone. Anyhow, all right, so get your stuff together. You're going to need a bowl. You're going to need paper and a pencil. And I'm going to give you guys just like a minute and a half to do that while I jump off camera and hit the brew button on my Keurig. And then I will be right back and we will do this because I didn't give anybody an opportunity to get their stuff together. So here is your intermission, 1 minute, maybe less. So hurry. Grab you a glass bowl or a conch shell, a lighter, a pen, pencil, and a candle. Okay, and paper. All right, I'll be right back. So if anybody just tuned in, we're still live. I'll be right there. I gave everybody a little intermission to get their candle and supplies. Okay, and now I have my half calf coffee. All right, are we ready? Did you guys have enough time to get your stuff together? Because we're going to do this together. You can carve anything you want in your candle, and you can have one candle, you can have 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you want. You know, intention work is magic. That's all it is. Magic is intention work. It's I intend to create abundance, to lose weight. I intend to release old relationships and forgive and forget and move on. Whatever your intentions are, try to keep it brief because your candle probably isn't very large. But I usually I use symbols. I put a dollar sign, I put a heart, and I put the infinity, or well, actually it's a Vesica Pisces, for union, because I am a twin flame and I am trying to now union my divine masculine within. That's the first union, right? I've already kind of, not really. I mean, do we ever truly master? But I think I've come a long way in mastering my distorted feminine into divine feminine. I am in Empress energy more than I am out of it. But my divine masculine within me is kind of a hot mess, which is obvious because the mirror masculine in the matrix, when they're a hot mess, you know that there's a bunch going on with you, because they are you. They mirror back to you what's going on inside of you. So if you think that they're worthless, you might want to look in the mirror, because that's probably a belief system that you have about yourself. If you think it's never going to happen, they're an asshole, blah, 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 there might be a little something going on in here with you. And so how do we master our own inner masculine, which everybody's doing, not just twin flame sacred soulmates? But it's about learning how to be a leader and still balance out the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It's like, can I hold those healthy boundaries? Can I speak my truth? Can I be a leader in integrity and still trust my intuition and be gentle and nurturing and loving to self and others? It's walking that fine line. And for me, if my boyfriend's here watching, he might be. If he's not, I'm sure he'll watch the playback. But he would attest to the fact that if I feel like something has triggered me in pulling me away from the lessons that I've learned and the person that I've become, I become defensive, and I become sometimes hostile, and I put that boundary up, which sometimes can become a wall. And that is not balanced masculine energy. That is distorted masculine energy. And so I am currently trying to learn how to be like diplomatic and still be able to maintain conscious authority over my own creations, my own relationships, my own business, my own, it's hard. And I'm struggling. And so, it's not easy, but I'm working on my own divine masculine energy, which, by the way, when you start doing that, sometimes you might hear from your divine masculine once you've mastered it, because that's, when you're no longer in chaos, then things get better in the matrix because they're the mirror. But that's just a gauge. If you will absolutely know if in this lifetime your soul chose physical union and mission work. And if you don't know, there's a private joke here. Don't go until you know. Okay, because it will become apparent. You will know. How will you know? By the way it feels. okay? By the way it feels. I don't know how else to describe it. If it feels right, it probably is. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Just so you know. All right, let's carve. I'm going to get to carving here. I put my $sign. I'll put 2 of those on there because I am open and ready to receive. It's on its way. I already know it. I already know it. I already wrote out exactly what I would spend my abundance on and what I would create with it. All right, I want to put the Vesica Pisces is all about divine masculine, divine feminine in creative mode and in union. All right, and then I also put the heart for love. And then if you know how to draw it, you can draw the caduceus or Kadesh, however you pronounce it, which is a line with 2 snakes going in opposite directions for health and your Kundalini rising, right? All right. Over here, I am writing personal power on my yellow one. And joy and happiness. Okay, that's it. She wrote, "Hi, Sage. How you doing? Welcome in. If you got a candle, get busy. We're going to be manifesting. First, we're going to do a release ceremony. And then we're manifesting what we want to replace that release or that space. You know, we're going to create space. Awesome. All right. Now, I use protective oil. Now, if you don't have a candle, don't worry. I'm setting my intentions that my candles are for the collective. Okay. All right. And stick around. Well, you don't have to. There'll be a replay. But if you want to stick around for the tarot, I'm going to do a brief card toss for the collective, for twin flame sacred soulmates, and for light workers and starseeds. And then at the end, if you want a personal mini energy check-in, go back to the beginning, scroll back to the very beginning of the chat, and there are links to prepay. And then let me know in the comments that you paid. And so I want to say an affirmation or a prayer with you guys. Dear Mother, Father God, please come into this space and bless it. Make it holy ground. Surround us in the white light of love and protection, and cast our egos to the outside so that we may be clear, open channels for spirit resonance and spirit lessons, spirit messages. Okay. And we ask that our intentions and our will be so it is, right? It will be, we will. We are powerful, conscious creators, co-creating with the divine to create our highest and best life and the highest and best for the collective through our will and righteousness, right action. Okay. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get busy. You're going to hang. All right. Well, hang. Hang. All right. We got the candles going, and now we're going to get a piece of paper. Get your piece of paper. Get your pen. I have to tell you guys, I know it's not smell-o-vision, but I have to tell you how awesome that protection oil smells. Oh my God, it's almost like lemon. What's in it? verbena leaf. Well, verbena smells like lemons to me. Remember Jeanette? Was that what it was called? Jeanette? Um Cologne. Wait, if you're old like me, you might remember that. That's what it smells like. Jeanette. It's like lemony. All right. Let's write them out. What are we going to let go of? I have so much because I have learned so much. So much, but I'm going to condense it for the purpose of this. I'll probably do another ritual for my own personal stuff because I have a lot, and I just literally scripted my abundance. I'm like, okay, I am manifesting this, and this is how I'm going to spend it. This is how I'm going to create with it. This is how I'm going to give back with it. This is, I wrote it all out, scripted it. Because if you want to manifest abundance or money or success, you have to really be specific and tell spirit, what does that look like for you? What are you going to do with it? Right? All right. So what are we releasing, guys? I know what I'm releasing. I am releasing victim mentality. I am nobody's victim anymore. Remember, how do you feel? If somebody makes you feel like a victim, you stand up, you ask for your needs to be met, and if they can't, out the door they go, down the road. See you later, bye. No more victim mentality. I am releasing that. I am forgiving all past traumas. I pretty much have already done that, but I want to burn them away tonight. Forgiving all past traumas, releasing from all timelines, dimensions, and lifetimes. Now, to get more specific, I am releasing 40 pounds. Spirit keeps saying 30. I want 40, but I hear in my head 30. Okay, I'm releasing 30 pounds. I'd like to do 40, but I guess 30 is what Spirit's saying I need to release. 30 pounds. To create balance within my avatar. I am releasing I got to think for a minute. What do I really, really not need in my awareness anymore? What can I just let go of? The outcome. The outcome. Releasing preconceived outcomes. In faith, trust, and flow. And I am releasing all karmic soulmates that I no longer need for my spiritual ascension journey or healing. So any of them that are healed, any of them that feel like you've just kind of gotten to the end of needing that soul contract, write it out, let it go. Okay? I think I'll release some fear tonight too. Spirit. See, my guides like to talk in my head. They want me to write down, release the need to be right. I am releasing the need to be right. Because Spirit's telling me, because I was kind of questioning that. I'm like, do I really want to write that? But Spirit's like, everything is always right, good or bad. It's divinely exactly what it needs to be, or it wouldn't be. Right? So I guess it's okay to release the need to be right. It's okay to be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, because it's going to help you to figure out what's right. All right. That's it. Now I want you to turn your paper over and I want you to write out what you would like to bring in. What are we calling in? Because the Lionsgate 8-8 portal, we are in the energetic portal, Sirius and the sun. And in that portal is all about abundance. It is about the harvest. It is about reaping and planting for reaping what you've sowed and planting for the future. All right. So what are we bringing in? I am bringing in money. Lots of money. Sorry, guys. I've got a few things I need to call in that I don't want to talk about, but you can do that too. All right. So from now until. You know what else I want to call in? I want to call in innovation and create. I want to create something that's going to help change the world for the better. So I am calling in inspiration, creativity, and innovation to share with the world, to create positive change. I've always felt like there's something that I'm going to create. I don't know what it is. I really don't. It hasn't happened yet, but I feel like there's something I'm going to create, whether it's writing a book or creating a healing modality or a program or an app. I don't know. But I've always felt like I was here with intention and mission work to create something that is going to shift and heal collective consciousness or community, right? So I am calling that in. I am ready to create that. I'm just one inspired thought away from doing it. Yeah, elation. That's awesome. Let's call in. I'm going to write bliss and elation. There's so much there, right? Joy, love, satisfaction. You know, sometimes I feel like I've manifested so much. I've manifested a great home, a great job, a great community, soul tribe. Um, I manifested the four-wheeler that 4 years ago I said someday I'm going to own a really nice four-wheeler, manifested that. Um, I always wanted a kayak, manifested that. I really forget sometimes where I started uh, as compared to where I'm at now. But sometimes you want something, but then when you get it, you lose interest with it. And that satisfaction kind of goes away. That's beautiful, Francine. Francine says she calls in unity consciousness to overwhelm this planet and everyone in it with for wealth distribution in all its facets all over the planet. That's beautiful. I second that. I second motion Francine's, because it's too much to write out. Francine's intention. And so it is. Anyhow, we need to be grateful and sit in satisfaction of the blessings that we have already manifested and the healings we have already integrated, and really be in that state of gratitude. Gratitude. All right, what else am I calling him? I want a truck. I want a truck and a camper. And my guides talk in my head, and you know what I heard is, what are you going to do with it? You're not ready. It'll sit in your yard. All right, I won't put a time stamp on it. But in this lifetime, I am going to have a truck and a camper. All right. And I'm just, yeah, union. I am calling in union, unity, consciousness. Okay, that's it for me. How you guys doing? All right, now, if you're new to this, which most of you aren't because you've done it with me a million times, when you fold your paper, fold it loosely, because if you make it too tight, it will take forever to burn, and sometimes the middle don't burn, and the idea is that it will burn the first time complete. All right, and then at the end tonight, I want you to take your bowl. First of all, I want to burn some sage. Just for sage? No, for everybody. We're going to clear some space, and I'm going to light it on fire. We ask that it be, and so it is. I am a powerful, conscious creator, co-creating with the divine, my highest and best life, and unity consciousness for all. I did too, fairy goddess. I filled out the front and the back. All right, and there it goes, up in smoke. When it's all done, later tonight, I want you to take your ashes out underneath the full moon. Woo! Wow, something did not want to go. I'm here to tell you something did not want to go. And I had a... Hold on, guys. We'll let a little bit of smoke out. All right. Hopefully, it's not going to beep again. But look at that. All right. Yeah, something didn't want to go. Have you ever noticed, like if you do candle magic and you set an intention, you can watch the candle and you can tell if it's like going crazy or if it's going long. It kind of has its own special meaning inside of you. And for me, when alarms go off and you get that big cracking noise, that's something I was releasing that was resistant, probably within me or within the collective. But it's all burned up, guys. I got a few embers still going. It smells so good. I love the smell of sage. Burning down house. Not really. Not really, Spirit. Just joking. Cancel, cancel. I do want to burn up all the sage, though. I want all my ashes to be spread under the moon. So how's everybody doing? Boop, boop. We are, what time is it? I can't see the clock. 8:31. Not bad. An hour and a half to do all that. We did a channeled message. We did our manifestation and we did our chatting. So as soon as this is done burning, I'm going to get up. Well, maybe I don't need to. We'll see. It's dusk here. It's not dark out yet. My candles are lighting up. But if my candles burn out and it gets dark, I'll have to turn the overhead light on. But I kind of like the ambiance. So if you guys are thirsty, go get you a drink. I just want to tell you guys how appreciative I am of you. And there are a few of you that just came into the room. And I want to I'm putting in my new YouTube channel. Why is it doing voice chat? Oh, because you hit the thing. For those of you that just got here, I have a new YouTube channel just for Twin Flame Sacred Soulmates. It's called Sacred Soulmate Ascension. You can type into your @bar SSA. Come on. Tara, or you're supposed to be able to. Francine said it didn't work. Or you can go back to the very beginning. And there is a link. And I will drop the link. Anyhow, if you resonate with being a twin flame or sacred soulmate, and you would like to join my new YouTube channel, it is exclusive to Twin Flame Sacred Soulmates Ascending. It's because Spirit told me there are new twins that are awakening. And it's a whole new wave. I was told there would be 3 waves. I believe we've already had 2 waves come in, and they've kind of gotten to the first union, which is the union of their own inner divine masculine, divine feminine energy, their own soul. And some will be moving toward physical union with their twins. But there are those that are just meeting, just awakening, just really going through what most of us have already gone through. But I will be creating YouTube videos for everybody. If you resonate with being a twin flame, it's where you want to be, okay? Because it's all about the soul's journey back to union, back to, unity consciousness. Separation is an illusion. You are not in separation, not from God, not from source, not from each other. Everything is God. Everything, the Alpha, the Omega, beginning, middle, end, everything that was, is, and ever shall be. All right. And I always marvel. I just recently, hi, Nezzy. I just recently went to church, conventional church, with my soulmate. And big as life, right on the wall, it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And I don't know why, but I wanted to walk over with the marker and put a comma and know that, comma, I am God. Hi, Helen. Okay, for a general reading, I'll write you down. Phew, I'm having a hot flash now. All right. So if you just tuned in and you would like a personal mini energy check-in, whether it's twin flame or you can have a topic or a question, there at the very beginning of the chat box, I dropped my Cash App and my PayPal. It's $25. And at the end of my tarot, which I'm going to be doing for the collective, the Twin Flame Sacred Soulmates, and for Starseeds Lightworkers, then I will do, and I only have 4 people. So if you're interested, go ahead and make your payment and then drop it in the chat box along with your question. Hi, Janet. How are you? Okay. Whew, I'm having a hot flash. All right. So let me put this out of the way. And I'm going to create space. We all just created space, didn't we? And I'm going to start with a collective message for the collective, for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're, twin flame, sacred soulmate. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are part of the collective. And I have some reversals. Why? Give me just a second, guys. Fix it. Fix it. I just had a couple. I don't know how they got reversed, but the way I shuffle, they fall out on the table and they fall out in the upright or the reversal. And I know what spirit needs or wants. Good night, Francine. Thank you for being here. Reach out to me. I haven't talked to you in a while. I've been so busy. My life kind of went, they talk about pole shifts. I feel like my life took a huge pole shift. All right, I'm going to have to turn the light on because everything's getting blurry. The camera's struggling. All right, hopefully that helps because I had a bulb burn out I need to get somebody. I don't have a ladder to get up there. You're welcome, Jackie. So, for those of you that just tuned in, I went to the gym today for the first time in almost a year. Actually, it's been like 9 months, I think. Me and Jesse went once. You guys wouldn't even recognize Jesse. For those of you that have been with me for a very long time, Jesse is going to be 14 in September, and he is a big kid, almost man size. He's, I don't know how tall, to be honest. We'll find out at school. Why is my video dark? Are we live? Can everybody hear me? It came back. You're welcome, fairy goddess. You guys can catch the playback if you want. If you have to go and you want to see what the tarot says, you can catch the playback. Okay, so you can hear me. All right. I don't know why, but it wasn't registering on my phone. There's a lag, I think, because I got 2 devices going so I can read it. All right, Spirit, what is the major energy right now in the collective during this supermoon in Aquarius and retrograde season? Ooh, yeah, I like that. So the major energy for the collective is the King of Wands, the creator. Well, we did talk about that in the channeled message, didn't we? We talked about we are the creators of our own experience, as within, so without. And so if we can feel into where adjustments are needed or endings need to be swept away, then Aquarius is all about, community and innovation and creativity. Not fire creativity, but it's innovation. It's there's a name, I can't think of it, but anyhow, you guys know what Aquarius is. It's the water bearer, right? That's we are the age of Aquarius. So we are here to create currently. What else do we need to know about collective energy? Okay, we are here to create change. By going within. To source. How beautiful is that? Oh my God. We've got clinging to the past. So we are here to create change. How do I know it's change? We got 3 5s. 5 of swords, 5 of wands, and 5 of cups. And so we are here to create change by going within the hermit to source. Beautiful. So, the channeled message was, how do you feel? How do you feel? When you are in a relationship, how does that relationship make you feel? When you are out there in the world of your job, when you show up to work, how does that job make you feel? And we're not talking about, superfluous. Spirit, my guides have a very extended vocabulary. They give me words I've never heard before. So if that's not a word, I apologize, but I heard now it's gone. Superfluous? I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I was channeling and it was there. Yeah, whatever. Yes, loud and clear. Good. I'm glad you can hear me. Okay. So collectively, we are being inspired, Ace of Wands, to create, King of Wands, change, 3 5s. And in this deck, it's comparison by looking at, reevaluating, reassessing, um, not comparing ourselves to others, but comparing ourselves to our own past version of ourselves, right? Superfluous means unnecessary things. Thank you. Never heard of it. Superfluous. Superfluous. I don't know. I just know that as I was channeling, it wanted to come out, but I've never said that word before. So my tongue didn't want to work with it. So yeah, I mean, that's a straightforward message. I don't even need to elaborate on that. That is a clear message. We are supposed to create change by reflecting and reassessing, going within to source and looking at clearing what we're clinging to. 5 of Cups, clinging to the past. What are we clinging to? And how are we comparing ourselves? Because comparison is kind of the thief of all joy, right? When we compare ourselves to others, it robs us of our joy if we feel like we're in lack or we're not where they are. And so that's the journey that this moon is creating for us, is that we are supposed to go within and reassess, reevaluate by going to source. Feelings. What do you feel? How does it feel? Right? Intuition, heart space. And any place where you have allowed yourself to compare yourself to others and find yourself lacking needs to be looked at. Anything from your past that you have an emotional attachment to that makes you feel sad or feel less than or feel whatever that's not in alignment with your soul's plan, which is your heart. Your heart is where the map lives to your soul's purpose. It's where source lives. We be still and know that I am God. All right. There are people that would burn you at the stake in previous lifetimes for that, and probably did. But it is the fact that you are creator, the creator, in the matrix, having experience. It's a fun word. Superfluous. Superfluous. Extra unnecessary things. Get rid of them. Bye-bye. All right. So let's get some oracles on this for the collective. Advice, please, on what needs to happen for us to do this besides the obvious, going within the source. Oh, I love this. So we have, I know, I'm sorry. Spirit's telling me to take the bottom. All right. There's so much. Like I could take them all, but I'm not going to. All right. So I asked, what do we need to do? And the first card that flew out is gratitude. Heart. Attitude of gratitude. I am so grateful for where I am versus where I was. Okay? You only compare your current status to a previous version of you. This journey is not about everybody else. It is about you. And you are everybody else. Everything out there is just a matrix version of what's going on in here. And so how do we stop comparing ourselves to others and learn to compare ourselves to our previous self in gratitude? Okay. And then we have grief, because we've got the 5 of Cups, right? We have grief. There is clinging to the past where we need to grieve. And support one. I'm hearing and support one another. All right. And then we have victim. We need to let go of this belief that we were victimized because of someone else. It's forgiveness and gratitude. Thank you for showing me that I had expectations that you didn't meet, and that hurt me, and I was angry and hurt. Grieve it out, cry it out, get rid of victim mentality, move from victimization into gratitude. And then what happens? Then we have growth. Growth, renewal, prayer. That's intention, by the way. I wish prayer would be reworded and renamed to intention, because, conformed religion teaches us to give our power away by making external things like external gods, external guides. I mean, yeah, we all have guides. We all have angels. They all exist because we created them. They were created by God, okay? And they serve God. Remember that. But prayer is just communing with God and setting intentions. And then what happens? Miracles. How beautiful is that? Rewind that and watch that over and over and over again. Hi, Jimmy. Everybody say hi to my sacred soulmate, Jim Munda. Hi, babe. I knew he'd be in eventually. He's doing much better, for those of you that know he had a heart attack. And he is also, because he dates me, learning how to stop comparing himself to others and start comparing himself to a previous version of himself. All right. So that was collective energy, guys. I am going to get a postcard from Spirit for the collective. And then we're going to move on to sacred soulmates, twin flames, because you're going to have one or the other in a lifetime. You will either have a twin, not everybody has a twin, or you will have a sacred soulmate or a high-level soulmate. High-level soulmate, you manifest a high-level soulmate when you're ready, when you've healed and you're ready for it. All right. And they will love and support you and validate you, even though you don't need it anymore. The funny thing is when you no longer need it, it's when it shows up. All right. So your postcard from Spirit for the collective says, "Dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems way too seriously? Maybe this fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction." Quit climbing on me. "We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you got really loose, silly, and goofy? Pardon me. Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some funny, very funny comedy to make you laugh, or call that one friend you know will remind you how ridiculously and delightfully giddy you truly can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has created just for you. Don't you just love how much you are loved?" So, Spirit's saying, You know, after that new moon in Cancer, which probably brought up a lot of trauma, if you still have a lot of trauma you're holding on to. And all of these retrogrades will make you kind of do an assessment. You know, I had intentions and I learned this, you know, did this, received that. And then Spirit's like, it's time for vacation, right? Take a break, go within to source, and kind of, you don't have to create joy because you are joy. You don't have to create love because you are love. You don't have to create abundance because you are abundance. So just kind of allow yourself to really experience it and sit in it and enjoy it. And then come back refreshed and ready to face the next cycle, because that's where we're headed, right? We're shifting into, this is the end of a cycle. We're shifting into a new cycle. All right. That was your message. Now I'm going to move on to twin flames, sacred soulmates. Now, remember, twin flame, sacred soulmate is a catalyst. It is a mirror. It is you. It is you. Facing you. If you don't understand that yet, then reach out and I will do a session with you and I will channel for you, because your twin flame is mirroring back to you your beliefs and limitations. And the first union is recognizing there is no separation. It was all an illusion. All right. For sacred soulmates, twin flames, what is the heart of the matter? What is the biggest energy during this shift, portal, retrograde, supermoon, whatever energies we're under, because there's so many, you can't name them all. What is the heart of the matter for the twins, sacred soulmates? Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. Give me a couple more. All right. One more. Thank you. I guess I need one more. Oh, I got two more. All right. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. Awareness. Is that? Oh, and that wanted to be seen. 5 of Wands. It says totality. Again, we are ending a cycle of conflict by becoming aware through our feelings. Where is resistance? So we've got the 3 of Cups, which is celebration. It could be let me channel just for a second. Isn't that funny? Okay. So we have 3 of Cups, celebration, 5 of Pentacles, the outsider. I'll show you that. Little boy standing on the outside looking in. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which is morality. We have the 6 of Swords, which in this deck is called the burden. And because of the difference in energies, I asked for clarity and got the 10 of Wands, which is literally burden, but in this deck called suppression. So that was the only card I clarified, except for this guidance card, which is the Three of Pentacles. But in this deck, this is about the divine guiding you to the place and the people that you're meant to be with, like your tribe. All right, we've got 2 3s. We've got a 5. We've got the High Priestess, and we've got trust under guidance, okay? We have trust, which is the Page of Cups. So now remember, your divine counterpart is you. They're your mirror. So out here in Matrix world, there is somebody, your person, watching from the outside, looking in. And what are they seeing? What are they seeing? They're seeing you happy, celebrating, living a good life, dancing in the rain. Okay? What else are they feeling and seeing? They are feeling boundaries, restriction, morally judged. Okay? Which, by the way, if you've reached your Empress energy, even if you don't stay in it constant, but you're in and out of it because we have become the adept, right? With practice, then you flip that mirror around. You do. It's like now you become the mirror for them, the Matrix twin. So the Matrix twin is where I think we are collectively, at least the people I channel for. And so the Matrix twin, whether it's, well, I know that everybody in the room is a divine feminine because you're all my clients, right? You're all my people. I can't wait until I start seeing divine masculines in the chat room. I just can't wait. I know it's coming. Because why? Because now they are facing their mirror. They are going through their awakening. They are becoming aware. They're becoming aware. How are they becoming aware? Through the mirror and judgment that they're feeling just like we did. I'm not good enough. Look at them, living their highest and best life. And here I am back again, rebuilding my life. A lot of them have just gone through major shifts and tower moments and breakups and losing their jobs. And, their stability has been built on faulty ground, foundation. And so now they're kind of going through their own awakening. And they feel like an outsider looking in. And what they're seeing is that you have become smarter. You now see your value, your worth, and you've got healthy boundaries. You're like, oh, no. All that running and chasing and all that lower vibrational belief systems, I've faced that mirror. Thank you to you. Thank you. I've faced that mirror. And now I've learned a lot. And now I am kind of the queen of been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and the beer koozie. And guess what? I am not going there again. And so if you've been in contact with your twin, some have, some haven't, you've probably spoke your truth and put up a boundary. You're probably saying, no, not so fast. You have some healing to do, right? And I don't even think the reflection so much of the mirror that you're giving them, but also the mirror that spirit is holding up to them. They are being divinely guided to the awareness. And they are learning about all their burdens, right? The burdens, suppression. Do you remember that? I remember that. I remember purging and crying and feeling so burdened, so buried beneath all of the negative belief systems and the people. Like I was a people pleaser. And I I gave and I gave and I gave and I overworked myself. I overgave. You know, divine masculines were raised to believe in distorted masculine energy that they are responsible for pretty much everything. The home, the family, the money, the responsibilities lie on their shoulders and have become a burden. And they have become aware of it and are being divinely guided to kind of take a leap of faith and to trust their awareness, which is just recently come online. And on the bottom of the deck, we have seeing beyond the illusion. Beyond the illusion. It's the butterfly effect. It's the third eye opening up. And we have new vision. It's the third eye vision. It's boom, awareness, awakened. And then we get this. This is where we've been, and this is where we go back to. In and out, right? We go through the monkey mind, we go through the ego, we go through feeling like we are all like this. Look at the picture. And then we kind of look in the mirror, which triggers us to look in the mirror is our divine counterpart. Hi, Helen. Let me write you down, babe. Now, wait a minute. Do I have two Helens in the room? There was another Helen that sent $25. No, it was you. It was you. I got you written down, honey. Oh, for your sister, Janet. Never mind. Janet. Let me write Janet down. And she is just general. Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing here is that the masculines are awakening. Now, remember, they are you. So look at yourself and ask yourself, where am I weak in my masculine energy? Where do I feel like I went from distorted feminine, victim, chaser, over nurturing, over giving, setting ourselves on fire to keep other people warm? Where did we flip that? Where did we heal that and then move into our distorted masculine, right? It's like now I am the authority. I am going to tell you, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to tell my truth. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. Queen of Swords, right? But in that masculine energy of I am the authority, I am the creator, I don't tolerate this, that, or the other thing. And we go into the distortion. It's like not in balance where we can be both. We can be nurturing and righteous and intuitive and kind. But we go right to the bitch mode, right to that distorted masculine of my way or the highway. And if Jim's still in the room, he'll tell you, I fall into that. I've been working on healing my own inner masculine. It's like, oh no, no. Step back. You are overstepping a boundary that I just learned I needed. And so they are you. And so whatever you're working on in your own divine masculine energy will be mirrored to you from your matrix twin in their reality, whether you're talking to them and know it or not. They are beginning to balance out their inner divine masculine, stepping or trying to awaken, and a lot of them are stumbling upon the twin flame concept, and they are becoming spiritual. They're kind of hearing the songs, seeing the signs and synchronicities and the numbers, and they're getting the downloads, and they're having the dreams, and they're becoming aware. Why? Because we did, and they're us. And so, they're a little behind because we are the divine feminine. We go first, and then the matrix twin kind of mimics us when we get in the energy of healing and flow. So they are now who we were back at the beginning of our journey. And they will go through their dark night of the soul. They will go through their major spiritual awakening. They will start dropping those wands, you know, like who deserves my energy, who does not. You know, it's like when we start balancing our masculine, they start balancing their feminine. Well, both. It's kind of a conundrum. It's both. But they start with their feminine, their intuition, their crown chakra, their third eye, you know, because the divine feminine is from the heart chakra up to the soul star chakra. Divine masculine is from the heart all the way down to the earth star chakra, right? And so it's the kundalini rising, it's the masculine ascending into the feminine, and the feminine descending into the masculine in peace, harmony, and neutrality. So that's what we're getting for your divine counterpart. Let's take a look at, because I'll get advice for you. Let's look at the divine feminine. I think we will. Let's look at, I'm going to use the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. She is a YouTuber. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. But I have to tell you, in my own opinion, well, I'm not going to say it. You be your own. You'll have your own opinion. But go check her out. Give her a shot. At one point on my journey, she was extremely beneficial to my awakening. But I don't know. Sometimes we outgrow our teachers. All right. Divine feminine, please, Spirit. What is divine feminine? Because I didn't specify, but I could tell that was divine masculine. So let's take a look at divine feminine. What is going on for the divine feminines? What is going on for divine feminines? Come on, Spirit. Do I need more? I need more. That didn't resonate. One more, please. This deck's getting old and it doesn't shuffle as good as it used to. All right, I'm going to need to clarify. Bottom of the deck, that Two of Wands wanted to be seen even after I cut the deck. All right, let's clarify. I'm going to use the Tarot of Opposition. Whatever. Jeez. Sorry, sometimes I have an argument going on in my head. For divine feminine, please. All right, clarify the Seven of Swords. No, too many, too many. This is a new deck, guys. Go check it out. I love it. It has light and dark attributes of each card. Okay. Oh, well, geez. That is obvious. I didn't know. I was like, Seven of Swords? What's that doing there? Now I know. All right. Sometimes you got to clarify. Tell me about the Star. Why is the Star here? Okay, one card. Good. Thank you. Okay, tell me about the Devil. Why is the Devil here? Can I get one more on that devil? Thank you. Is that how you want to receive? Don't catch it on fire. Oh, come on, man. All right. How do you want to receive? All right. That's the way it came out. I shouldn't have argued. Ace of Pentacles, please. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Wow. What is going on, ladies? Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Okay. Isn't that nice? And the Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here? All right. Two of Wands. All right. So, I mean, there's a lot of cards here, but I can tell you, I can channel for you right now what's going on. And I don't know that. So there is a group of you who either intuitively believes, because it could be physical. But it looks to me here like either you've heard through the grapevine stories about your divine masculine going through a tower and a completion of a cycle. And then it affects the finances. Four of Pentacles. Let me know. Let me know. Did you hear a rumor or did you see online? Or because that's what I'm getting from this. It's like Seven of Swords is you don't know if you trust it. You don't know. Or they might have reached out. Maybe they texted you, called you or something, and told you that something huge came crumbling down and they completed a cycle and it affects their foundation. I mean, fours are about foundation and Pentacles is about earthly foundation, finances, their home, their stability in physical matter. So let me know. A lot. A lot. Yeah, a lot of cards here too. So anyhow, this is the Seven of Swords is telling me that you don't know if you should believe it or if you believe them, if you've actually had a conversation with them. You're like, are you telling me the truth? Are you really? You heard through the grapevine that your DM is fighting a DUI. That could be. You know, there are all the tower moments are going to be different because it's a reckoning, right? It's divine intervention. It's like, is he a drunk? Well, if he's a drunk, then a DUI might be exactly what he needs to give him that Saturn retrograde, right? Like what needs to change? What karma needs to change? So, and I know because I work with a lot of you. I've had divine feminines get a hold of me and tell me the karmic's gone For some of them, the karmic is gone. Like they've gone their separate ways. Papers have been filed. Belongings are being divvied. Assets are being partialed out. I don't know what the word is I want to say. So I know for a fact that some of you guys, this resonates. But it, the Seven of Swords is, do you trust it? Do you trust it? Or it could be, no. Spirit says no. It's mistrust. It's mistrust. And then we have the star, and what is clarifying, which is universal alignment. What happens when the twins go into separation and do some healing and clearing and then end cycles? Then they come back together and become the mirror for one another. DNA, Kundalini rising. And then if they need to, they go back into separation after they mirror and learn something, or they kind of come into universal alignment, which is a union window. Okay? And it's clarified by the Nine of Cups, but it's the Nine of Cups in the dark attribute, which is more about again, I'm hearing trust. Like, this is too good to be true. Nine of Cups in distortion. It's like, yeah, this is my wish fulfillment, but it's kind of too good to be true. Is there still hope? The star is about hope. Hey, Nacho Mama, how you doing? I miss you, girl. I've been watching some of your stuff. You're doing online, and I've been seeing some of your posts on Facebook too. So then after that, so this is what I'm channeling. What's going on with the divine feminine is she's skeptical about the matrix twin. Because next we have the devil, and it's clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Death card. Five of Pentacles is in the upright, in the light attribute, where this person is kind of asking for equal give and take, to move into this, to go from the Five of Pentacles to Six of Pentacles. If you look, they've got a hand out giving and a hand out asking. And so this is the devil energy, is what the divine feminine has convinced herself her masculine is. And if you've heard that they're free, or you've heard that major shifts and change are happening, they could kind of be either in the 5D or the 3D, wanting to move into the Six of Pentacles, wanting to move into this, hey, it's my turn now. I'll be the chaser. I want to give. I see your value. You are my wish fulfillment. But because of this tower, you really kind of wonder if it's all about, what's the word? There's a word. Hold on. Rebound. Okay, my foundation just crumbled. Everything that I was giving energy to, everything that I believed in, everything I ran away from you to create just got taken away from me. And now I'm having an aha moment about your value, and I'm going to either in the 5D through dream state, or vicariously through social media, or if you live in a small town, you're hearing rumors, or maybe they reached out. But I can see that there is distrust about whether or not they have truly gone through the healing process after the death. That caterpillar goes into the chrysalis to kind of fall apart. And they are just at the beginning of their falling apart, and the divine feminine knows it. And so it could be what I like to call a false start, or maybe you believe it is. Yay, management training. You'll be in and out just like the Matrix twin, right? Not your mama. Yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. All right, so we go from the death, because they're just now going through their death of the ego and losing you and losing their foundation, losing their wife or their children or their finances or their job or their car or their freedom if they get arrested. It's all about where have they been creating and building in distortion and lack. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you could possibly be asking yourself if they come around or if it's in dream state, because a lot of you guys are just doing this journey through the 5D because your Matrix twin is like far away and not communicating. But the Ace of Pentacles could be communication. It could be a solid new beginning in your life, but you don't trust it. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the dark attribute. It's like, is this really divine timing? Has change really happened? I think you're judging your divine masculine and finding within you this doubt, this feeling of, because there's hope here too. It's kind of like, I know everything's going to be okay. I am in my divine feminine energy of knowing that what is meant for me will show up for me. But I also trust my intuition, and my intuition says it's too soon. It's too soon. Or free will, maybe you're just not interested. No, thank you. Queen of Swords. No, thank you. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and the beer koozie. I've manifested a high-level soulmate, and I'm happy, right? So then we have the Knight of Wands, passionate adventure. And so if you do hear from them, or if they do come hopping, skipping, jumping back into your life, clarifying this, we have the Nine of Pentacles with Justice. They probably will say, hey, let's try again. I'm single now. I'm free. I quit that job, or everything I was building just got taken away from me. And now I find myself strangely available, right? And both are in the light attribute. But the bottom of the deck energy is the Two of Wands, which is a decision, now what do I do with this? So the divine feminine is like, and I'm hearing M-I, because remember, your matrix twin is you. Am I truly in balance? Am I truly healed? Am I truly able to be both divine masculine and divine feminine? And for those of you that this is happening in real time, now you've got a choice to make, right? You've got the Two of Wands. I can go left, I can go right. And now everything I kind of thought I wanted, I dreamed of, and was my wish fulfillment is kind of showing up, but I don't trust that it's really, truly matured or ripe or ready. The gestation period hasn't been long enough. And so clarifying that Two of Wands is the Three of Cups. So you might actually be asked to meet, or to go out for a drink, or go out for dinner, or it could just be energetically feeling like there's a union window, an opportunity to at least give it that old college try. And the decision is ultimately yours to make. I'm just hearing very clearly it feels like a trap. So let me know, guys, have you heard from your twin? Or have you heard about your twin? And do you intuitively, because it could be just intuition, it doesn't have to be happening in real time. Do you intuitively feel like, a lot of obstacles was just removed and my twin is having a grand coming to Jesus moment, which might create an opportunity for them to return, because it is Venus retrograde. God, I hope not. But it is Venus retrograde. And so that's where you're at, is what it feels like. And I'm reading for the collective. So if it doesn't resonate with you, because it could be that, maybe it hasn't happened yet, but you think there's a potential here, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready, especially if you've already manifested, a high level soulmate, and you're like, turn that am I into I am. Thank you, Nacho Mama. Exactly. Because really, it's all that's going on out here is just a mirror reflection of what's going on in here. So you're doubting yourself. You're doubting your newfound freedom. You're doubting your divine masculine, which is you, because you've done so much healing in your divine feminine energy. And so it could show up in your 3D reality, because as within, so without. And if it does, you're asking yourself now, what do I want? Is this even what I want? Is it ready? Am I ready? Am I? I am. Am I? So let's see what Spirit has to say about this. What do I want to use? Come on, Spirit. What do I want to use? I don't know why, but I'm going to grab this deck. This is called the Animal Apothecary Oracle deck by Kara Elizabeth. And it's a super cool deck. Mirror, right? Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm telling you, it's a conundrum, because really nothing exists. Nothing exists but you. But because you're a spirit in a human experience, you can bite it, bury it. Your sixth senses tell you it's real, right? Your sixth senses. I don't even say five senses anymore. But really, it's all you, babe. It's all you. So if you're struggling with your divine masculine, if he's really kind of triggering you at the moment, it's because you are really trying to balance and awaken your own inner divine masculine, which I have been doing with a sacred soulmate. And you may be doing with your twin, or both. I mean, everybody's on a different journey, right? But I want to know, Spirit, what is your advice to the divine feminine at this time? What is? Ooh, that was quick. Okay. One more for divine feminine. Is that it? Okay. They said bottom of the deck. All right. I wanted more. But we have inner conflict resolution. Look at that. There's a snake, and there is that it looks like a hawk. Inner resolution. Let's read from the book, shall we? Says, venomous snake comes to speak to us about the ironic remedy of poison. The right amount of poison in our lives acts like a vaccine, allowing us to heal and build immunity toward a larger deadly dose. This poison comes to us in the form of inner conflict, suffering, and self-sabotage. Every great venture that you deeply yearn to manifest is met with agonizing inner conflict. When we are on our journey toward expansion and self-fulfillment, we will come face to face with an inner dialogue that tries to tear down our dreams. Remember, it's like, I don't trust it. I don't believe in it. These are debilitating moments of great mental anguish and are put on our path for you to witness, learn from, and eventually overcome. They are quite literally the catalyst for your growth, which your twin is. Strange how we view these thoughts as holding us back, when in fact, in the right amount, they can act like a vaccine that allows us to create a certain type of immunity toward future obstacles on the journey of manifesting. Despite the inner agony, congratulations. This is all a normal part of the process in your leveling up. This is why Falcon, it's a falcon, brought her medicine to this card, because she heralds victory and overcoming your current obstacle. Acknowledge that this moment of discomfort is a part of your evolution. This is a growing pain. Falcon and venomous snake combine their medicine to reassure you the outcome is promising, and whatever conflict you are currently facing will soon dissipate. Take a deep breath in and release and smile. So, that devil card, that's the venomous snake. And so Spirit's saying, we will bring conflict. We will bring your twin right here, whether it's through the subconscious 5D dream state, signs, synchronicities, triggers that come up within us, and they're not even around to trigger us, but yet they're still triggering us. What kind of conundrum is that, right? It brings in that inner conflict in order for us to kind of work with the mirror and the energy to see it for what it is and to heal it. And so we are currently working on healing our own inner divine masculine, which is why the external divine masculine may be showing signs of moving toward healing, which creates, or would create, I would assume, inner conflict. Because now you're like, oh, really? After all that we've been through, now you're getting your shit together. Now, you all of a sudden are clear for takeoff. Have you done your purging? Have you done your work? Have you, whatever? And the truth is, it's you. So have you? Are you ready? Are you out there pounding your divine or your distorted masculine into your matrix? Are you, kind of now becoming the runner, which will create an opportunity for your masculine to become the chaser? It's a conundrum. But if you think about it, it's all happening within you, but it's being played out here in front of you, because this doesn't exist. It's all this. So we have inner conflict resolution needs to happen. It's like that little bit of venom, that trigger. Maybe they're coming back just long enough to trigger you. Or maybe that dream where they were in it and maybe they did something in the dream that slighted you or re-triggered you. But this time I would be willing to bet that it's triggering you in your masculine energy, not your feminine. All right. So next we have the 8, which is small steps, big accomplishments. Okay. So you've taken small steps. Some of us have taken large steps and created big accomplishments. So let's see what the cards have to say about that. Turtle. Sea turtles migrate thousands of miles each year while swimming at a slow, methodical pace. Slow and steady wins the race, right? The key medicine is that what you wish to manifest will take dedicated, consistent, and patient effort. Yeah, prove it. Prove it. Prove yourself. Practice, 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 right? Slow and steady. Are you reliable? Can I trust you? Can I trust me? Am I reliable? Am I a creator? Am I strong? Am I capable? Am I a good leader? It's all that masculine energy, but you're projecting it out onto them. Are you strong? Are you a leader? Have you done the work? Are you in balance? Are you aware? So the key medicine is that what you wish to manifest will take dedicated, consistent, and patient effort. Land Turtle reinforces this message about the slow process toward your desire, further speaking to us about how grounded this point of view is. Nothing represents being grounded quite like the land turtle, built sturdy and close to Mother Earth. Small, consistent efforts will lead to long-lasting success. Be patient. Do not rush for immediate rewards. So if they do kind of manifest in the physical, don't rush things. Let them prove themselves, and you will have to prove yourself by holding your divine feminine and divine masculine in, those boundaries. Shortcuts yield short-term success, and instant gratification is for the weak mind. Sea turtle is not instantly born in the sea swimming toward his goal. He first must build his muscles by slowly breaking out of the shell and journeying toward his desire to be in the great sea. Allow things to develop at their own pace and plan for a lengthy dedication toward your goal. This is a very promising card as it speaks to happy results. You are building something great, and its full fruition needs time. Turtle's medicine shares that slow and steady efforts are of the most importance. Thank you, Mischief. Beat it. To you. Something powerful is in development. What is built slowly stands stronger and longer. So slow and steady wins the race. Spirit saying, if you're working on your inner masculine, and that creates physical evidence of the matrix twin working on their journey, their awakening, then Spirit's like, it takes time. Don't let this tempt you. And it looks like you're not. It looks like you kind of understand. Needs time, takes time, in time. And with the Queen of Swords, your advice is to kind of know your value, know your worth, and hold your boundaries. And kind of allow, the proof is in the pudding, right? As you heal and as you strengthen your own masculine, you will see evidence of it externally. I don't like these messages because I feel like I want to move on. But we are all creating our own outcomes. Free will. All right. So your last card is abundance. And it's funny because we got 6, but then we got 8, 9. Abundance, bowhead whale. I'm going to show you the picture. I know that my camera's kind of grainy. Sneak peek. No, Spirit's saying don't tell them. I'll keep that one, though. I can tell you that one. All right, abundance. To survive, bowhead whale must be in flow with the currents of the ocean. Whether its main source, listen, cat, those are my cards and you cannot chew them. Hold on, guys. Just because they fell on the floor doesn't mean you get to eat them. Hold on, guys. It's a brand new deck, and Mischief is living up to her name and trying to eat my new cards, which she knocked down when she tried to climb into my lap. All right, let's get back to this abundance card. To survive, bowhead whale must be in flow with the currents of the ocean, where its main source of food lives, right? Emotions. When a team is migrating through the Arctic waters, the lead bowhead will often break through the ice to create a hole that the following whales will use to breathe. Isn't that beautiful? You guys are becoming, we are becoming leaders. We are working on our leadership by leading others. Bowhead whale comes to ask you to be in harmony with the flow. The flow is the path of least resistance. It is allowing that which is bigger than yourself to guide you. This card reveals that something greater is clearing the way for a time of relief. You are in alignment with the flow where abundance follows. This abundance is revealed to you as your true self. You are being asked to release your negative thinking and worry. Rest assured that whatever is currently bringing discord, inner conflict, or angst will soon dissipate. Let go. Holding on to worry is resisting the state of flow. When we trust life and surrender, we work in flow. When we work in flow, we channel, which means to allow the universe to self-express through us. In these magical moments, see the universe self-express through us. That's the matrix, right? Whatever we are intrinsically creating in here and in flow with co-creating with the universe, we create it out here, right? When we trust life and surrender, we work in flow. When we work in flow, we channel, which means to allow the universe to self-express through us. In these magical moments of inspiration, we allow the universe to actualize using us as the vehicle. This is bliss. As we transcend the superego and are one with the ultimate oneness, this is where we realize true self. This is ultimate abundance. Bowhead whale's medicine suggests prayer, intention, as a gateway to channeling. Ask the universe what you can do for it and not what it can do for you. What comes next is better than what you could wish for. Be in service and be in flow. And allow this situation to unfold naturally. All right. And your last card, which was on underneath the abundance card, and I wanted to tell you all of them because there's 3 or 4 that I know is where you're heading. Spirit says, no, it's not time. Okay. Let's get through this first, is what I'm hearing. All right. But we have immense growth. And if you are immensely growing and your twin is you, what do you think's going on with them? Right? You wear a 777 necklace. Thank you for the positive feedback, Fairy Goddess. Aw. You guys just keep talking. Going. All right. Immense growth, number 15. When I wanted to show you this one, I heard okay. The other one, nope, not yet. So we have immense growth. Vulture. Ooh. Vulture comes in, and the funny thing is I asked Spirit to show me 2, not 1, not 3, not 5, not 8, but 2 vultures eating roadkill when my twin and I was going into integration in separation, like a long pause, a long, breakup, separation. And then I asked for 2 quarters to be found within like 4 or 5, close to each other, heads up, to be a sign that it was time for him to enter back into the situation in order to trigger me or mirror to me where I'm at and what still needed work done, right? Because I have a fuller understanding that he is just a physical representation of my progress, right? So immense growth. And it's funny that the vulture is showing up as the medicine for immense growth. Because I believe when we are in these longer separations, that's when the immense growth truly happens. So we have vulture comes to speak to us about the wisdom of the sacredness of suffering. In Buddhism, the first noble truth is that all life involves suffering. It is not something to be escaped, but to be accepted. Only when we accept the law of our existence are we able to transmute and grow through suffering, from suffering. Vulture sustains her life by living off that which is dead. She does not interfere by bringing a quicker death to her prey. Instead, she allows it to endure what it must, and its suffering ends in a natural time. This mirrors back to us the importance of patience that I'm hearing so clearly. Your masculine is going through an ego death, and you cannot rescue them. You cannot. You must allow them to suffer, because it's through the suffering that the lesson, the profound lesson, is learned. So you must be patient. There is a profound lesson in the nature of the turkey vulture. Catharsis I need new glasses, and I just got these glasses. I'm just getting old. Catharsis aura, meaning golden mirror purifier. Ooh, how interesting. Golden mirror purifier. They indeed purify the landscapes by removing decomposing carcasses that could spread disease and harmful bacteria. In the same way, vulture cleanses the land. Suffering purifies the heart from and removes the veils of ego. Suffering comes in two forms. Both are meant for growth. The first form is inflicted upon us and out of our control. That's the tower, right? Divine intervention. The second form is self-inflicted, created from the attachment and illusion of our ego. Whatever form your own suffering takes, you must first accept it. When we resist the pain, which I did, I totally did with my divine feminine energy. I mean, I grieved, and I went through the process with intention too, not even accidentally. I rolled up my sleeves and said, let's get it done. So, and I looked at all my self-inflicted victimization. So the second form is self-inflicted, created from the attachments and illusions of our ego. Whatever form your own suffering takes, you must first accept it. When we resist the pain, when we resist aspects of ourselves we do not like, when we resist rejection, we perpetuate self-inflicted suffering. It is only when we accept it that pain begins to do what it was meant to do, transform us. This is the genius, alchemical property behind acceptance. It transmutes. Vulture's medicine asks you to understand that pain, suffering, and trauma hold an energetic power. It is your choice whether to allow that power to attack you or to transmute its energy into your greatest asset, the mirror. If you choose the latter, within you a hidden gift will be revealed far greater than all of your pain. Wow. And there is more coming, just so you know. But right now, your divine masculine, your matrix masculine, is actually your inner masculine, is going through an ego death and a rebirth. And they're doing it because you did it or are doing it. And that's going to create temptation to rescue them, to, because of that unconditional love. It's like, oh, you poor thing, your whole life just fell apart. How can I help? Or, just don't sit back, allow them to go through their death process. And later, you can be part of the cleanup. But right now, your biggest advice is to allow what's meant to be. Allow them to suffer, because it was your suffering that created and transmuted your pain. So why would you rescue them and not allow them to go through that process themselves, when you know how beautiful, when you get it right, it truly is? So don't rob them of their lesson. And so for those of you who want a message from your divine masculine, we're going to do that. And then I got to do the light workers, and I'd like to be done by, I'd like to try and speed this up a little bit, because I've got, let me see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy check-ins. All right, messages for the divine feminine from her inner masculine or her outer masculine, if it's necessary. Okay, anything else from this deck? I just heard empowered. So I'll tell you what card brought that into my head. Okay. Okay. What about from this deck? And what about this deck? Just a couple. Ooh, gosh. Yeah, just that. Okay. All right, here we go. Are you ready? We have, I am becoming a better person. Now, why would they become a better person if they're you? Because you've become a better person. We have, I want to feel that way again. This is the card that I heard: empowered, strong, masculine. Then we had, I will wait for a sign from you. I saw the signs and it opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. So if they're lurking, watching your social media, or if they're really just asking for a sign, you know, like I did, then maybe they're telling you, I'll know. I'm learning to trust my intuition. And when the signs show up, I know. Take it the way it resonates. So we have, do you think about me too? We have, yay, nay, yeah, nah, right? Confusion. Yes, no, yes, no, right? And we have, love is the answer. So the confusion is, and the sign. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I heard the sign too. The sign they're looking for is love. They want you to rescue them. And if you don't, then they're confused. They're like, does she love me? Does she not love me? Has she moved on? Has she not moved on? Are we a thing? Are we not a thing? But the sign they're looking for from you is what you used to do. You used to nurture them. You used to rescue them. You used to show up even when they didn't deserve it. And so that's the sign I believe their ego is looking for. And we have, I want you so badly. Remember when you wanted them so badly? I don't even want, like, I'm not there anymore. Are you still there? I'll be lurking in the background. Sometimes too much blue in the chat makes people uncomfortable. You're all right. We love you. Yes, love is the answer. So I want you so badly. Remember that drive. Like, I can't explain it. I'm sure you can't explain it. It's like, man, I hate you. I don't like you. I don't want to be around you. But God, I just can't get you out of my freaking veins, man. I used to get so pissed. I'm like, what the hell? Every other person in my life, I could say, fuck you and walk away and be done. Done. But I just couldn't with this one. Because why? Because they're your mirror. If you got rid of them, you wouldn't learn anything. You wouldn't evolve. You wouldn't grow. That's their purpose. But now they're going through that. So now we have, I want to make amends. And I do see for some of you, that's coming. Be prepared. And we have, I don't want to let you go. And I saved your texts and messages. All right. Those are messages from your person to you. Take them if they resonate. Leave them if they don't, because it's a collective reading. And now I'm going to get you a postcard from Spirit. These readings always go so long. Postcard from Spirit for the twins, please. For the sacred soulmates, divine counterparts. Listen, Kat, that hurts. I'm not a ladder. Go on. Oh, we got two? Do we need two? I guess I'll read two. Geez, I'm not wanting to be here all night. All right. There's two. So there must be two categories. Those who are in communication with their divine masculine or soon will be, and those who are not. Because there's 5D and there's 3D apparently happening at this time. So we have, dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you cannot possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you in your creations. So I kind of feel like that's spirit saying, we have purpose, we have mission here. And all of this is for that. Right? Am I getting that right, Spirit? Spirit's saying there is no lack. There is no lack. It's all illusion. There is no lack. And so we want you to create greatness through abundance and receiving, and not through fear. Some of you guys, let me know if this resonates. I'm seeing that you're being motivated at this time to kind of push forward through something where there was obstacles, whether it's your twin flame journey or your business or you're creating something. But there has been a little stagnation and a resting period is what I'm hearing, a resting period. And now it's time to push through and create something great. And there's a fear around playing too large, being too big. Pluto energy, expanding, blowing up. Work with that energy. I'm telling you right now, it's a great time to expand and make big your intentions. All right, next we have Dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle toward your goals. I'm telling you, it's time right now. It's full moon, super moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is community and innovation, and it's it can literally be inspired creation. So there are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move, say yes to life, pick up the phone, make that decision, take that one step. See, it's the masculine. It's all masculine energy. Think about masculine. Let me reread this. Pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up, start that hustle toward your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, flow, feminine. But this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move. Say yes to life. Pick up the phone. Make that decision. Take that first step towards the goal or towards the gods. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up. And as if by magic, well, we know it's simply spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying it is time to take action and go for it. Take positive action towards your dreams. Even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda, it will all be orchestrated by spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We love you so much. Yes, we should be working on right now flexing and balancing our divine masculine, not distorted masculine. Distorted masculine is, I'm stubborn. No, you cannot pass, or it's becoming obstinate and aggressive and warring, and it's distorted masculine. We are being asked to take action in divine masculine energies of becoming leaders, of taking the lead, creating. All right. So that's for my divine counterparts, twin flames. I am now going to move on to star seeds and light workers. And I'm just not even going to use tarot. I'm going to use oracles because this is all about mission. All right. I'm just pulling, guys. One. Oh, jeez. Knocking my cards over. Two. Gosh. And one of these. All right. What have we got? All right. We have meditation from The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. I got the book, but I don't need the book for meditation. We all know what the hell that is. Spirit is saying, as above, so below. You need to get still because retrogrades are all about assessing and reevaluating. And it's about it's channeling. Thank you, Spirit. We are channels of the divine. We are the light workers. We are here to bring divine love down into the earth. We're here to heal the earth. In meditation, it's a number 8, which is infinity. It's meditation. It's you really can't get your guidance is what I'm hearing. You can't get your guidance if you don't get quiet and ask. And then we have karmic relationships. I told you it's the end of a cycle. Guys, I'm telling you, if you've learned your lesson, karmic relationships are done. And, when you've cleared karma in your own relationships and you resonate with being a twin, then their karmic relationships finally end too. You had to heal the karma between you and them. Well, all right. Spirit's saying, no, actually, it goes much deeper. It's ancestral, it's past lives, it's current life, and it's with them. And you had to heal all that in order to kind of create a physical validation, a physical experience of that in your matrix. So Orion energy, polarity, soul growth through conflict, karmic relationships. You need to really, really, really at this time help the collective clear out and heal their karma. And I believe most of you have already done it with yourself. Not everybody, and it's okay, we're a work in progress. But the polarities create soul growth through conflict. I'm seeing the vulture. It's like, don't rescue. Don't, as light workers, you are not here to give a man a fish that only feeds him for a day. You are here to teach a man or woman to fish. A lot of karma is being cleared collectively because we did it first. And now it's time for us to help the collective clear theirs. We have joy, joy to the world. The light has come. I hate the word Lord because nobody's lording. That's old language, right? But this is all about being in bliss. It's walking the walk. When you're happy and joyful, and when you're in balance, and when you meditate, and when you do your spiritual practice, and you teach others, and you help heal others, because a healed person heals people. People are going to ask you, what are you doing? Why do you look so good? Why are you glowing? It's like, why are you so damn happy? And then you get to model to them how you got there. Through faith. Faith. Crown chakra. And then we have, Nine of Swords, sorrow. So again, we go back to these karmic relationships. Nine of Swords. You're going to, as leaders, as healers, you're going to see a lot of people being triggered, a lot of people being stressed, a lot of people worrying because karmic relationships, towers are coming down. They're being cleared out. We had that major eclipse season in Scorpio, and now, we're going through all these retrogrades. It's the vultures cleaning up, right? But it's going to create, and in this deck, it's called sorrow. It's karma. It's going from sadness to joy through faith, meditation, and closing of cycles, which is happening right now. And you are great catalysts you are the healers. You're here to heal. Okay. Let's take one from the Oracle of Seven Energies. Broken open, a burst of magic, and the Oracle's gift. Again, roots of abundance. Again, I'm just channeling for you. This is about, you were broken open. You did the ascension. You have done physically, spiritually, mentally, what everybody is being called to do. And your gift is to channel that to others. And so a lot of you are oracles, whether you deal with cards or you're a healer or you just talk about it. You're now happy. You've found faith. You've burst through. You've broken open. You have overcome and you have cleared your karma. Most of you. And Spirit saying, people out there in the world need your help because you are the way showers. And they are in sadness and sorrow. And they are looking for joy. Yeah. So I'm going to get you a postcard from Spirit because you are the oracle. Whether, I don't care how you do it, I don't care. You're here to tell the story. What story are you here to tell? The story of healing, the story of doing the work, the story of clearing the karma, the story of how you got there and how they can get there, right? It's where the student becomes the apprentice or teacher. Postcard from Spirit for the starseeds and light workers. All right. We have, dear you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go or feel the way you want to feel and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots. This is like what I feel like this is what we need to be channeling into the collective. It's what we need to be telling everybody, right? We need to approach people who are in pain, people who are in distress, people who are in lower vibrational fear energy. And we need to say, dear you, it might be hard to believe that you'll ever get where you want to go or feel the way that you want to feel and find that peace and security, but you can. You can, because I did. That's not what this says, but that's what I'm saying. There's lots to celebrate in this life. But first, you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel this way or that way to feel safe. The only way out is to surrender your attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better awaits, that something new will open up, cracked open. And you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different outcome, what you're really looking for is Spirit, God. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. So we need to be the nurturers. We need to be in service to the collective, not just giving them faith, hope, and love, but telling them, how to do it, teaching them how to find it, teaching them where to go to find it, which is source, right? Which is what they've been in separation from, which plays out in the matrix. We feel like we are lost and struggling. All right, so that's it, guys. I love you. For those of you, I have Ray, I have Robin, I have Anya, I have Helen, and I have Janet. And if anybody else, I will do up to 10. That's it. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If anybody else wants a mini check-in, now's the time. Hop on board or catch me on the next one, because I'm going to try to do a Lionsgate, 8/8 Lionsgate live. But it will be a collaboration, and I don't know if we'll offer mini readings or not, but we might. So now you takes one to know one, not your mama. And you, yes. Say hi to Julene, guys. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, you want a mini check-in? Is this Jules? So Jules who? Is this Julene? Or is this another Jules? I'm going to write you down. Did you send the money, honey? And Aaron. Jules and Aaron. Okay, Jules, what is your question? Happy full moon. Happy super full moon and retrograde season. Okay, mini check-in. Jules. So I'm trusting you guys. I don't know if you made your payment. Okay, you're a different Jules. Okay, that's fine. I love you too. And we have Vanessa. Okay, you guys have to let me know. Well, first of all, you have to make your payment. If you just scroll back up to the top of the comment section, all of my links are there. And Nacho Mama, if you're still there, can you copy and paste those for me? Or are you just out of here? Because if you're out of here, it's okay. But my PayPal and my Cash App are at the top of the chat box or chat list back at the very beginning. All right. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aaron, Vanessa. Okay. So Jules, I need to know what your topic is. You want a general energy check-in, or are you asking about your twin, or do you have a topic? And then Aaron and Vanessa also, I need to know what I'm reading for. And then I'm going to get started. We'll just close it at 8 because I think, unless somebody pops off, I think 8 is going to be good because I'm already 3 hours and 15 minutes into this. So Jules is about her twin. What about Aaron? Aaron, I miss you. I need to know what's going on in your life, girlfriend. I was trying to copy it. Hold on, I'll figure it out. Yeah, you may not be able to because it's an actual link. It might take you right to general for Jules. Okay, twin, general. All right, Aaron, are you still there, Aaron, darling? Or are you off paying? General reading. And how about Vanessa? Vanessa, I'm trying to as well. Okay, so let me put in my Cash App. I don't know if you have Cash App, but that one's easy. If you do. And then, oh, no, that's my new YouTube channel. For anybody who just got here, that link that Nacho Mama just posted is my new YouTube channel, and it's specific to Sacred Soulmates and Twin Flames. And it is called Sacred Soulmate Ascension Tarot. But that is not my PayPal. All right, hold on. Maybe I can do it. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, so it's not going back far enough. Okay, hold on. I will get it. It's going to take me a second, but I will get it. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to go here. I think I copied it. Damn it. Hold on, guys. There it is. All right. So you can send payment there, or you can send it to the Cash App link It's not really a link. You just type in $ Tarot Talk 1111. You can send it via Cash App. All right, we're going to get started. Vanessa said general too. Okay. So I'm going to get started. Ray, are you still here? If you're not, there will be the playback. And I'm going to put your name right here in the chat. And we are at 3:20:35. 3:20:35. All right, for Ray. Just in case she's not here, she wanted a spiritual check-in. All right. All right, for Ray, please. Dear Mother, Father, God, please